Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Smart Money Concept Accelerated Learning Course. And in this episode, I'm teaching you guys how candles form, and I'm also going to be teaching you guys what order blocks are. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So when a candle prints, it has 4 characteristics to it. It has an open, a low, a high, and a close. So for a bullish print, it looked a little something like this. Price opened here, creating this new candle, where it then came down, creating the low, came up, creating the high, before it came down here and closed. And that's the entire print of one candle. And then it would start the print of another one. So the wicks kind of leave behind like a footprint, and a body is where price opened and closed, leaving a big body like this. For a bearish example, price opened, creating this high, where it then came down, making the low, before ultimately coming up here and closing. And it'll tell you the exact points in price where it created it up here. So for the open, this certain candle that we have, showing that this is where price opened, the high, the low, and the close. Looking at this example of a bullish daily candle, we can see that price opened here, created the low, then created the high, and closed right here. And it'll tell us exactly what levels of price created each open, high, low, and close. So here's the opening price of the high, price of the low, and the price of the close. For the bearish example, price opened, created a high, came down, creating a low, and then closing right here. Again, it'll tell you which points in price create the open, high, low, and close. So each individual candle has a certain time limit that they must print by. Depending on which time frame you're on is how long each candle will take to print. So right now we're in the hourly, and each of these candles have taken 1 hour to print. Right now we have 11 minutes until this candle is done printing, and it'll start printing another one. So now I'm going to teach you guys about order blocks. There's 2 kinds of order blocks. There's a bullish order block and a bearish order block. An order block is when price is in an uptrend, we will respect down close candles. And when price is in a downtrend, we will respect up close candles. So there's 3 main characteristics of an order block. There's the order block high, the order block open, and the mean threshold. So here we have the open of this candle. We have the high of this candle. And then we have the mean threshold, which is the midpoint of the order block. Now an order block can be a series of candles or just one. So price came down, pushed higher, it then came back to respect the order block high before it continued pushing higher, creating another order block in the process. That's an example for a bullish order block. And for a bearish order block, we have the order block low, the order block open, and the mean threshold. So price came up and came down, creating an order block, where price then came back up, respected the order block open, pushed lower, and then created another order block. What I want you guys to understand is that it's not always going to be perfect like this, where it will respect the order block open or the order block low, but instead it can push up to mean threshold, and even sometimes higher, but we are still respecting the order block. It becomes disrespected when price pushes above the order block, disrespecting it. Here in this example in price came down, then pushed up higher, validating this as an order block, where it then came up, pushed down lower, respecting the open, going a little bit farther, doesn't matter, because we still respected the order block, where it then pushed price higher. In this example, price came up before coming down lower, validating this as an order block, where price then came up, respected the order block low, pushing it in the opposite direction. For this example, price came down, then came up, validating this as an order block, where we want to see some kind of rejection within this entire range to the upside. Price came up and then came all the way down to here, a little bit past the mean threshold, but we still respected the order block, pushing higher. Sometimes order blocks will do this, but the most optimal order block is where price, just like the last two examples I showed you, it hits the high and or the open and immediately starts going in the other direction. So here's an example of an order block being disrespected, telling us that we are no longer in a downtrend, that we're now changing to an uptrend. So price came up, creating the bearish order block. Here I have marked out the order block high, the mean threshold, and the order block open. Price came down and then blew past all of it, and now we're going to start respecting bullish order blocks, pushing price higher, which will look a little something like this. Price created an order block, price came above it, validating it, price came up before it came back down to respect the open, and it respected the high of the order block, pushing price higher. Now I can mark these out all day. That is what the premise of an order block is that if we are in an uptrend, we will respect down close candles. And if we're in a downtrend, we'll respect up close candles. And that wraps up episode number 3. If you guys have any questions, comments are there. And if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.